AICC, the Independent Packaging Association, proudly presents the 2026 Hall of Fame. This year's inductee, Burton R. Bob Cohen.
Well, my impressions with Bob come from a place of deep respect. I mean, he's the independent, let's put it that way. Starting with the quintessential story of father being in the business.
My dad was the son of immigrants from Russia, and they came to the United States around the turn of the century, the 20th century. So he started a rag business. My father worked there for a little bit, and then he dropped out of school in the 8th grade to help the family, and he started to establish his own business.
And never in manufacturing. He was a jobber, sold seconds, rejects on the streets of Philadelphia. He also sold other scrap.
But Bob's ambitions were different than his father's. He wanted to teach.
Then I went to Penn State University. I took a Bachelor of Arts degree in history. I intended to be a history teacher. We have a slitter that we have in our lobby, which is a 1910 Robinson slitter. I would come home on the weekends, help out my dad, and my brother and I would fabricate the boxes and then use a foot slotter. That was my first experience with the industry.
After graduating from Penn State, Bob fulfilled his military obligation with the U.S. Army at Fort Ord in Monterey Bay, California.
And to give you a feel for the type of person that my father is, my father served in the U.S. Army, and when he left the Army, he took a Saturday and Sunday off and joined Acme that Monday.
My first impressions of Bob were that he's direct, straightforward, no baloney, and exceedingly generous with his time.
Bob, you gotta understand, is more than a name. Bob is an acronym. Bob, B-O-B, stands for Business Ownership Beyond. He has taken that to a level of starship enterprise, and I respect him greatly for that.
Wow, when I first met Bob, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, it was a bit intimidating. Bob is intensely focused. He's an extremely confident man, intelligent, driven, articulate.
My first impression was that he was ultimately somebody that really cared about finding a relationship with a vendor and buying from people more than he cared about, let's say, the entire project. So my first impression was that he was not as tough as people told me he was going to be.
When my father took over, there was really no manufacturing.
During the 1973 oil embargo, our deliveries from our manufacturers, because we bought boxes and resold them, went from 2 weeks to 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and it became intolerable. Bob Conley was running Western Craft East, which was a division of Western Craft. And I called him on the phone and I asked him if I bought converting equipment, would he supply me raw material? And he said he would. And that's how I got started manufacturing. My first letterpress I bought from a company called St. Joe Paper.
And then my father and my uncle at the time moved the business out of Philadelphia into what's called Bensalem, Pennsylvania, which is another Philadelphia suburb, where they became a serious sheet plant.
In 1999, I was offered two corrugators, two 68-inch corrugators for purchase. And it's funny, I think as an entrepreneur, sometimes you do things that don't make sense on the face of it.
The addition of the corrugators pushed the company beyond the limits of its Bensalem footprint and necessitated relocating to a 234,000 square foot location in Hatboro, Pennsylvania. Under Bob's leadership, Acme has continued to prosper and expand, with the current manufacturing facility boasting over 320,000 square feet of state-of-the-art manufacturing equipment, near 300 employees, and nearly 160 delivery vehicles. Acme has come a long way from North Philly with 5 employees and 1 delivery truck.
I've known Bob for a pretty long time, from a sheet plant all the way through his original corrugating operation, and then of course to the current site, and through the expansion, which has been just impressive.
I see him as an innovator, long-term and visionary type of leader. He's a guy that really wants to put everything in place.
He has this innate ability to hire great people, build trust with them over time, and then let them make the decisions. And so I think that's the kind of leader he is once you earn his trust, then he lets you roll.
Bob is the type of leader that elevates everybody around him.
He leads by example. I think he works hard.
He is in the meetings, he's current, he's up to speed. He definitely knows what he's talking about and is very involved in the process.
He's able to delegate with trust to his entire management team.
He has this desire, need to assist people, to lead people, to show them the way, and to ensure that they're successful.
You don't have to tell Bob or anyone in the room who's the boss. They know he's the boss. But he doesn't throw it in your face. That's Bob.
Bob's mentorship of so many people in the industry, including myself, he's always been available for advice. He's always been free with his time.
Exceedingly generous with his time. Clearly a driven person who cares deeply about his company.
I've seen him really do a nice job of mentoring his sons and others to continue the succession planning.
Bob's leadership style is inspirational.
One of the most important things my father's ever taught me is, Jeremy, you don't always need to have the answers yourself, but you need to know who to call when you don't have the answer.
Be willing to listen, be willing to argue, but be willing to understand the other side of the coin.
The inspiration I've gotten from Bob, honestly, is watching how he's handled us as a vendor, as a key vendor, as an organization. It's taught me how to treat other vendors.
He challenged me to do the right thing, even when it's painful, and that was a lesson that has been invaluable to me.
Bob's impact on the independent community, aside from his sharing and the freeness with his advice, is he sets a great example. He's agile in terms of his thinking, and he is willing to embrace new. And I think that's the example that he has set for so many independents.
We've seen the number of independent corrugators shrink drastically, particularly in the Northeast USA. But what remains are a handful of powerhouse companies. Acme is one of those powerhouse companies.
So yeah, he's our spokesman. He gets it.
For Bob, success has never been just about business. It's about people. It's about opening doors for the next generation. Through his support of organizations like Cristo Rey School, Orleans Technical College, and HopeWorks, Bob and Mindy have helped create pathways for intercity students, connecting education with real-world opportunity.
It's really my dad and my stepmom, Mindy, both do tremendous work giving back to the community. Their focus has really been on educating inner city youth.
Bob inspired me by his involvement with the JEVS group in Philadelphia, helping the high school students in the inner city of Philadelphia, taking the time out of his busy schedule to help the young people that have it very difficult.
They want to be able to give kids a chance that may otherwise not have a chance to educate themselves.
The uniqueness of the school is that they've been in existence about 10 years, 11 years, and every single student has been admitted to either a 2 or 4 year university program. By being on the board and by being involved and by being a donor, you can see intimately the impact on the community and on the children that you help.
He's just an amazing human being.
He's a philanthropist.
He's been such a good sounding board for me.
He's always there for anybody that reaches out to him.
I have two brothers, Eric, who is in sales for us, and Alex, who works in our operation. We always jokingly say that my father likes his fourth son the best, which is Acme Corrugated Box.
He's very professional, and he's willing to also be a friend.
My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, which she battled for 11 years. And over that 11-year period of time, I received no less than 100 phone calls from Bob, specifically just calling to check on the status of my wife, my children, and wanted to make sure I was taking care of myself.
Visionary, mentor, inspiration, father, and friend. We are proud to welcome Burton R. Bob Cohen to the AICC Hall of Fame.
I want to express my appreciation to the board at AICC and the membership for the recognition. Again, I'm humbled by it. I didn't expect it. I come in every day to try to do the best job I can. I always say that I want to be better today than I was the day before in the operation of the company. And I think our success has been has many fathers. It just doesn't involve me. Yes, I'm thoughtful about how we approach business, but the implementation and the execution really is done by a lot of people in the organization. So I want to thank the AICC, but I also want to thank all the people that work for me because they've contributed to this award.